something here I've not smoked for a long time, which is Gawith Hoggarth's Kendal BC, which is black cherry exclusive. Smoking it in my big London made reject, not so sure what sort. I've shown it to you recently, and I think it might be an Orlick, but it's a really big stout pipe. It's a gorgeous pipe. Why it's a reject I've no idea, but it smokes beautifully. And this is a tobacco which is far too mild for me these days, but I just got experimenting again tonight and looking at some of the mild stuff I've still got. It brings back memories, this sort of tobacco though, because if there were prizes for the best smelling tobacco, this would probably be in the top 3. It's a gorgeous smell in the packet or the jar. I've had this maturing in the jar for months and months. I got into it because my missus said to me one day when I was smoking outside, she said, what are you smoking? She said, it smells gorgeous, and she really liked the smell, and she went and bought me a few ounces of it, and I thought, well, yeah, sure. I got lumbered with quite a lot of it, which is not a big deal for me, because it's a tobacco that I used to be really into, or this type of tobacco, Lakeland black cherries and other black cherries, going back decades, like I say, in the 70s and the 80s. Used to take it with me to fishing club meetings, and when you were allowed to smoke inside before the health fascists got their claws into everything. And I'd take it to the fly dressing, fly tying meetings, which I used to run, and we'd be sitting there, a few of us, tying the flies, and the green Welsh glories and the black gnats and the blue duns, and puffing away on this lovely fragrant tobacco. But it's very thin actually. It's not got a great deal going for it in my mind. It's thin. It's relaxing to smoke, yeah, sure, but it's just not got a lot going for it. It's a double fermented Cavendish with lashings of cherry top in it. It has got one good use, which I use it for when I go fishing sometimes. I call it my cherry Bruno. I get 50% of this or another black cherry, and I mix it thoroughly with ready rubbed St Bruno, and it's not bad smoke like that, because you've got more strength with the Bruno, and this just gives it another dimension, having a bit of a cherry flavour with it. But on its own it just becomes a bit tedious really to me, although I do appreciate a lot of people enjoy it. But if you're anything like me, the more years that you smoke, the more you'll go to the stronger ones usually. Although it'd be interesting to know if anybody goes the other way, really, has strong ones and go on to milder ones. I wouldn't think so, but I suppose it's possible. I suppose it's quite possible to do anything if your taste change and you find something too strong for you. But this is something that I won't be smoking for quite a while, not unless I mix it with some Bruno. And it's quite a damp tobacco as well, because I noticed in the jar, I reached over, I got the jar up, turned it upside down, well sealed kilner jar with a new rubber seal on, and some of the tobacco was so damp it was actually sticking to the bottom of the glass. So I thought, well, maybe it needs airing out a bit, and I've heard other people say it's quite a damp tobacco, so bear that in mind if you get it. It might benefit from an hour or so's airing before you smoke it. Yeah, but it's a reminiscence for me smoking this stuff. But if one thing it does, makes me long to get back to something like Kendal, or a bit of good twist or a plug, because it's very thin in the nicotine department. There's nothing much there in that respect, which is okay. Some people don't want that, that's fine, but for me it's a remnant of the past, and it's not the nostalgia that I'm going to bring back into my life because of its lightweight nature. Some people have even said that they can detect a bit of burley in it, and I must admit when I lit it there was a slight herbaceousness there, a slight woodiness, which a little bit of a zest there, and I thought, yeah, possibly could be, although I think they do say it's just black Cavendish, and I've never been a great Cavendish fan. It seems to be put into all the tobaccos that I'm really not that interested in, the weak ones. Just seems to be a bit of packing with other ones as well, and they mix it with maybe Turkish and Virginia and things. Creeps into some of the Balklands and the English and things like that, but on its own it's a little bit tedious. I think, is it Hoggarth double fermented? I think if you want a sweet Cavendish, which is not bad at all. The Hoggarth double fermented, that's not bad. But there again, very mild. But everyone knows, I think, that I'm a big Lakeland fan, but this isn't a Lakeland, a Kendal blend that I'd recommend myself. It's not going to win any medals with me. Well then, if you enjoy it, then good on you. I'm jealous. And that's the way it should be. Long live the angels of diversity, I say. We're all different, and that's what makes us individuals. Anyway guys, just taking it easy because I've been painting the sheds this afternoon. I found an old tub of quite a big tub actually, of fence paint. I thought, well, that's going to be completely knackered, it won't be any good, but I took the top off and I give it a good stir up with a cane, and it's gone on alright. It's a bit thin, but it's gone on. So probably got more on me than I did on the sheds, but it's a job that wanted to be done, and we've had blue skies today, so I thought I might as well get cracking. Anyway, take care, see you soon, and look forward to your comments. Keep it smoky.